Hello, it is Riley McManus, and this is the World Cup News Network. Today, I have a friend of mine who I do a podcast with. It's my podcast partner, Tom Sweezy. Tom, how are you doing?
Been a little rough, like I said before. March Madness is killing my excitement, but I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Currently recording on Sunday. Kentucky's playing Wichita right now. It's a pretty close game.
If Kentucky loses, I'll be mad.
So, before we get national soccer, who do you have winning the title?
I have UCLA winning the title.
Oh, we got a little Lonzo Ball.
Little Lonzo Ball action.
Yeah, we're going to have to hear from his dad forever. Okay, to the soccer. The U.S. men's national team plays a game or two in a week, huh? Yeah, it's a week.
Yeah.
It's Friday. So, of course, they have to have a roster with players on it. That's why you and I are gathered here today. So, first initial roster had a lot of players on it. Then this roster that came out this morning had a few players dropped, like Bobby Wood, Fabian Johnson, and a few players added, like David Bingham and Matt Giesler. A few surprises on the initial roster that made the cut, like Kellen Acosta. So, what is the thing that sticks out to you about the latest roster that you and me are going to talk about?
I look at this team and I don't really see like a set lineup. Like I see options still, which I think is what's going to plague the men's national team. And what has plagued us is we don't have a set 11. We don't even have like a set 9. You know what I mean? We just have plenty of options, and no one's really a full-time starter.
So, who are the set players in your mind that are for sure going to start against Honduras and Panama?
I think Tim Howard, Jeff Cameron, John Brooks. I think Michael Bradley is always going to be a starter. And I think Jermaine Jones, and Christian Pulisic. So I think those 5 or 6 guys I just named are like the only solid 5 or 6 we're going to have. But we don't even know where Pulisic may play. He could play on the right, the left, the middle. You don't know.
And that's another thing I want to get into. Christian Pulisic is obviously a big name around this U.S. national team because he's 19 years old and shredding it. So where do you think his best position is? Because he plays on the left and right for Borussia Dortmund. They tried the center thing with him. You know, he just sort of lost, didn't have a lot of direction. Bruce Arena says he wants to try him out in the middle. What do you think Christian Pulisic's best position is? What do you think he should play this weekend?
I think if you're just looking at Pulisic as a whole, I think his best position is the left midfielder, like out wide on the left. That's where I like him the best. But when I'm looking at this weekend and these games upcoming, it's a problem because one of our other better midfielders, Darlington Nagbe, has been playing out on the left for the Portland Timbers in Major League Soccer. So it's going to be maybe Nagbe's better on the left, Pulisic's a little worse on the right, but he's still better than what Nagbe would be on the right. So I think Pulisic's going to start out right and Nagbe on the left. But, you know, it's just going to come down to what Bruce Arena feels is best for Pulisic and Nagbe, like that combination.
Yeah, that was leading to my next question because you have Darlington Nagbe, which the metrics, the analytics, the numbers, the statistics, whatever you want to call them, say Darlington Nagbe is better coming from the left for the Portland Timbers.
Mm.
Now, you get to the scenario that Christian Pulisic is better off the left than the right, but there you have to look at who's better on the right. That would, of course, be Christian Pulisic because he plays there. Not every game, not every appearance, but he does play on the right pretty awesome.
He has some experience on the right.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing against Bundesliga talent.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put Darlington Nagbe, the playmaker, on the left. So moving from the midfield to the forwards, Bobby Wood's not here. It's Josie Altidore, Clint Dempsey, Jordan Morris are your main 3 forwards. Who do you think should get the call to start against Honduras?
My call is Josie Altidore. This last week in Major League Soccer, against Vancouver, he just scored a goal and an assist. He looks like he's back in form, and obviously we don't know which Josie's going to show up, on a weekend game. But, I mean, I like Josie Altidore the best. I don't look at Clint Dempsey as a full-time forward anymore. I don't think you can put in 60 to 70 minutes there anymore. I think he's more of an attacking midfielder. And I don't know if Morris is ready to be a lone striker up top or even pair up with someone else up top yet. So I like Altidore up top by himself.
Yeah, he's definitely the best lone option we have. Even we had a discussion on the podcast like 2 months ago that Josie Altidore by himself, if that can work, the U.S. men's national team can stack the midfield, and the U.S. will be a whole lot better than what they are now. But if Josie can show up in the good Josie Altidore that we had during the MLS Cup playoffs last year, if that's going to show up, maybe the U.S. might have figured out something. But for the lone striker, I would probably go Morris for this game. If we're gonna go a lone striker, I kind of like the tandem up top because that seems to work better.
I like having two up top, and when we talk about our what we think our lineup should be going into this game, I'll give you a reason why my lineup is the way it is, and I have Josie Altidore up top by himself.
I'll be fairly interested. So, I have a question about the number 10 position.
Yeah.
And I know it's kind of my job to ask these questions. But we get to the number 10. The interesting dynamic for me is, of course, you have Pulisic playing on the right and Agby playing on the left. So who's the number 10? Is it Sasha Collection, or is it more the Clint Dempsey type that we've seen him play in that number 10 position before to make plays and score goals?
Well, yeah, so literally what I just said I was going to talk about later, I'll talk about now. Clint Dempsey, I have him as my number 10. I have him in the middle of Nagby and Pulisic, and he is a player who can push up at times when needed and pair up with Josie Altidore up top. He can push back down to a playmaking role and connect Nagby, Pulisic, Jones, Bradley. He can connect them all in the middle type of thing. So I like Dempsey there because he gives us an option of, okay, I can go and act as a second striker, or okay, I can act as this fifth, playmaking midfielder. So I like the role that Dempsey plays for us, and I think it's something that is going to be key for us going into this qualifier.
In what scenario do you see Kellen Acosta getting on the field? Do you think he's going to be right back? Do you think he's going to be a center defensive midfielder? I mean, he's played right back for the U.S. before with the under-23s and the senior team. He plays defensive midfield for FC Dallas. How do you see Kellen Acosta fit in all this if he does get a chance to get a cap?
Kellen Acosta was a right back under Jurgen Klinsmann, so I don't trust that at all. And his recent form for FC Dallas in Major League Soccer play, in CONCACAF Champions play, he has been unbelievable in that defensive midfielder role. And since he has a tandem of Carlos Carrizo with FC Dallas, he can push up the field, and he's been striking the ball very well, and he's been scoring some goals. So I do think he comes on in this game, and maybe he comes on in the 65th, 70th minute for Jermaine Jones. To say Jones, his engine kind of wears out because he's older. Throwing Kellen Acosta, Michael Bradley can sit back in that number 6 role. Acosta can push up the field a little bit and do some of the attacking play that he's been doing for Dallas, which allows Dempsey to get up the field even more. So I think I like Kellen Acosta as a Jermaine Jones type player, just much younger.
And I agree with that. I think he and Jermaine Jones have the same skill set. Of course, we both know that Jermaine Jones is suspended against Honduras. He will probably be back in the lineup against Panama. Mm-hmm. So, is there a Jermaine Jones replacement you have in this lineup, or is it just just restructuring so we have more attacking midfielders and holding midfielders?
Do you want to hear what I hope happens, or what do I think is going to happen?
Well, we'll save that for the end, but how do you think the midfield's going to be structured? We're closely inching towards lineup reveal. I'm just making up questions on the fly because this wasn't the interview I prepared for today.
So what I think Bruce Arena is going to do is start Alejandro Bedoya. What it comes down to, that's who I think Bruce Arena is going to throw out there as the Jermaine Jones replacement for this game. I want Kellen Acosta right next to Michael Bradley, and just when Jermaine Jones can play, throw Jones back in for Acosta, and I think that works well. I think that would work phenomenally, but Bruce Arena likes Alejandro Bedoya, and that's just what it comes down to.
Yeah. No, Josie Osborne doesn't like Alejandro. Bruce Arena does. So, I have a question about Tim Ream. Do you think he deserves to be here? I mean, obviously, he's played well for Fulham, and Bruce Arena has noticed. DeAndre Yedlin is, of course, he's out with injury. He got hurt in Newcastle's last game. So how do you think Tim Ream fits all this? Do you think he's just a replacement? Do you think he'll actually get some time?
I mean, Ream has been playing very well over in the championship, and I think he's deserving of making this roster. I don't think he starts. That's why I think kind of Bruce Arena tested Graham Zusi out at right back over those two friendlies to have Zusi maybe come in at right back if Yedlin was out, kind of a replacement, not really type of player. But I think Ream gets some minutes. I think he'll maybe get some minutes for Villafania late because he can play left back, right back. He's a great defender. I think he may replace Zusi late. I think he's the next fullback up for the men's national team behind some of the guys here. But I think he gets some minutes, but I don't know if he starts.
And he probably won't start, but I have him my starting right back because I don't really trust Graham Zusi.
I don't trust any of the right backs that we have.
Not here. I mean, I trust Yedlin. That's a stretch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yedlin just fiery player, dude.
God, well, he's my favorite.
His pace makes up for it all.
He's my favorite player on this roster. Well, that should be on this roster.
So with Guzan out, his wife's expecting a baby, Howard's for sure the number one guy, right? Over Armando and Bingham?
Yeah, I would think so. Howard's healthy. He's played well, in his first 2 games back for the Rapids, and I think he's the easy option.
He's also the Secretary of Defense.
He's also, yeah.
30, what was he at that World Cup? Like 30, he's 39, he's 36 at 17 saves against Belgium.
What are we going to do when he retires for international play? It's gonna be awful.
We'll have Brad Goose on.
Yeah, he'll retire He'll retire quickly after that, and we'll be stuck with Nick Raimondo, who'll be playing till he's 45 for Real Salt Lake.
We have Bingham and Horvath and all those guys coming up.
Yeah, sure.
I kind of think the William Yarbrough train is kind of sailed.
Yeah,
went away.
Yarbrough's out for me.
Yeah. Beasley. Give or take 5 or over under 5 minutes in these 2 games.
Under 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes. Do you think he comes on at all?
I think he might get some action in the second game. I think he might get some sub action late. Maybe they come on in like the 82nd minute, something like that. I don't know, but I think there's better options at left back right now than DeMarcus Beasley.
Man, we're pretty low on fullbacks right now, so he might get some minutes.
Oh no, we are. I'm not going to deny that, but
he's been playing good for Houston.
I think he missed last week for rest, but
it's because he's 30,000 years old.
I think he had some much needed experience and much needed like a locker room, presence. But yeah,
and he does play with a couple Panamanian national team members, so he can basically provide information. That's
exactly. Good locker room guy, I think that Bruce Arena wants.
And plus, Bruce likes him because Beasley's around Bruce's first team.
Yeah, exactly.
He's one of those guys he's comfortable with. He knows he can rely on.
Yeah, you can trust him. So why not stick with him as an older player?
So we're getting towards the end. We're going to do lineups and predictions, as we always should at the end. So what is your U.S. men's national team lineup against Honduras? I know it's kind of hard to say against Panama with injuries and stuff, so we're just going to do Honduras.
All right, so for the first game, I have Howard in net, like we talked about. Left back, Jorge Villafania. I think he impressed during the friendlies 2 months ago. My center backs are Cameron and Brooks. I think that's the easy 2 selections on this roster besides Tim Howard. I have Graham Zusi at right back. Like I said before, I think Bruce Arena brought him in for a reason to test him out if Yedlin goes down or if Yedlin gets a red card. Right now I have Bradley and Acosta. Like I said before, kind of both.
Wait, it's not if Yedlin gets a red card.
It's when he gets a red card.
When he gets a red card. let's not forget that.
You're right. I apologize.
All right, continue. Sorry.
But no problem. I have Bradley and Acosta in the defensive midfield. Like I said, I like if Bradley can sit back, Acosta can push forward, push the rest of the play forward. I have Pulisic on the right, Nagby on the left in the midfield. I have Dempsey at the number 10, and I have Altidore up top. I pretty much gave my reasons for why I have this lineup the way it is the entire time during this interview. So.
Yeah, that's why I asked. So we don't have to explain it again.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I set this thing up on the fly. It took you 20 minutes ago. You made time for us, and I'm glad you're here.
Perfect.
Okay, so I guess I have to get my lineup now since I do work for this network. Howard in net, Villafania at left back, Brooks Cameron, of course. Where's Birnbaum? That's a question I forgot to ask.
Playing like shit, playing like poor quality for DC United.
What did we talk about before, dude?
Censored myself.
Rules.
I censored
we
myself.
Have rules.
I caught myself.
So you could put Zimmerman in there over Birnbaum?
I mean, I would. Yeah, Zimmerman looked better in the friendlies to me, and you still have Omar Gonzalez and Matt Besler, so.
I just like Birnbaum.
I like him too. He just hasn't, he hasn't looked good for DC United as of late. So I understand why he is excluded.
Okay, so I was at your center backs, Cameron Brooks. Who else? Right back Tim Ream, because I don't like Zuzi as a right back. Number 6 would be, of course, the captain, beautiful golden dome of Michael Bradley. I have 3 midfielders, 3 holding/attacking midfielders. Would be Nagby on the left, Clutchton in the middle, and Pulisic on the right. Dempsey and Altidore up top by themselves.
Got that Seattle Sounders connection.
Actually, slash Altidore. I'm going Jordan Morris.
That's what I meant. I heard you, but okay, sorry. I thought you said Jordan Morris. That's why I said the Seattle Sounder connection. But now you do actually
have the Seattle Sounder connection because they obviously know each other because they play together, work together.
Yeah, no.
I think that might work and bring on Josie for the second game.
I think that could definitely work. Or bring on Josie late as a sub for Dempsey when Dempsey, he can't go a full 90. So bring him on for Dempsey, and I think that could work as well.
And I think about Dempsey, he was brought onto this roster, kind of late. Bruce Arena says he wasn't going to be on this roster. He said that in January, and here he is. Do you think he's here to play, or do you think he's here for emotional support?
I think he's here to play. He's looked pretty good for Seattle, and he's one of the best to ever suit up for the U.S. And if he can play and he can produce on the field, then I think he's here to play.
I really want him to break Lando's record.
I like Dempsey better than Donovan, but.
Clint Dempsey's. He's one of the reasons I actually started to watch soccer. Like Clint Dempsey, that's the name you knew.
Exactly. He was
like Overland and Donovan for me.
Well, because I think he had more of a successful career in Europe back when MLS wasn't big, and I think that's why his name got out there more.
MLS top 5 league in the world. Now.
That might be a podcast discussion. That might be a podcast discussion. I love Major League Soccer, but I don't think it's top 5.
Back when it wasn't big, I love that. And now it's like we had a discussion like a couple weeks ago. MLS probably like 12th or 11th.
I'm giving MLS as top 10.
Maybe squeezed in at 10th, but you got League MX and stuff in there.
I would need to do some more research on it, but I could probably right now, just as a guess, top 10.
Yeah, we need to do that one day during like a international break. We're pretty booked for this international break. Maybe for next one.
Yeah, have a fun little discussion.
Okay, so predictions. Honduras and Panama both play the U.S. Who's going to win?
I say the I don't know why I didn't think you would ask predictions. I'm gonna say.
I literally mentioned it.
I know. I'm gonna say 2 wins for the United States.
On the road?
Yeah.
In Panama?
Uh-huh. I think the United States is in some. They're back on their toes. They're back on the ropes because of the early losses, and I think they're going to come out firing. And I'm confident in the U.S. to bring home 2 wins.
I think the U.S. is probably going to beat Honduras 3-0. And I'm not so sure they're going to beat Panama on the road. Like that's a game that's a trap game for the U.S. They can't lose it for sure. Mm-hmm. So if they draw, I guess that's okay.
See, I view the Honduras game as the harder game, though. I don't know why.
For me, it's in the U.S. The U.S. rarely loses on home soil against CONCACAF opponents.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we beat Honduras 4-0 when our backs were against the wall last time, so I don't see why we can't beat them 4-0 or 3-0 this time.
I do believe that we'll come away with 2 wins. I do believe that, but for some reason, I just have a feeling Honduras is going to be the harder game for the U.S.
I believe that we will win.
I predict.
He's got me fired up, man. He's got me fired up. But the Panama game, I'll take a 2-2 draw.
And I think that's fair.
Just because it's so hostile and the Panamanians get wild.
Mm-hmm.
And Panama is it's not easy anymore. CONCACAF's gotten a whole lot better.
Much better.
All these other nations have gotten their crap together. And
the Panama fans are a very great fan base from recent times the United States have played them. So it's not going to be an easy environment, like you said, for the U.S. to just go in, win 3-0, 2-0, whatever, and come out. It's going to be a tough game, but I think the United States has options. They have bench depth, and I think they can come away with some wins.
That's where CONCACAF is different from UEFA or Oceania.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go in different elevations and different time zones. Hostile crowds are really close to the field.
Mm-hmm.
You feel threatened.
It's a whole other beast, CONCACAF is tough. The United States have it tougher with some CONCACAF refs don't really like us. And, so we may get the opposite end of the stick on some cases, but our talent is there and we can do well.
That was kind of reckless what you just did.
Oh, I'm reckless.
The CONCACAF refs don't necessarily. I mean, that's a little reckless.
I think it's true though. I think let's say there's a bad foul on Josie Altidore that maybe the camera didn't pick up, a ref's not going to call it on us because we're the United States. That's just what it comes down to. I'll say it. I'll believe it. That's what I think.
I mean, it's not like we can have American referees because that's against FIFA rules.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's it for me. You got anything else you want to add?
No, just I believe we will win.
Quick question before you go: what has been the biggest surprise for you, and biggest number one thing from MLS first 3 weeks?
The dominance of Portland and Atlanta.
What about Houston? You think Houston's pretty good?
I think Houston's pretty good, but Portland still beat them 4-2.
Yeah, but things happen. Houston beat Dallas 5-0 last year, so just chill out.
Houston looks like a playoff team.
Yeah. You said that, right?
You said that. Yeah.
Make sure.
I'll admit I was wrong.
But it's only March, so I'll just.
It's week 3.
It's week 3. All right, I'm Riley Menace. That is Tom Sweezy. You can catch us on MLS Aces Podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. Wherever podcasts are pretty much available to you. We on Stitcher or no?
No, I'm working on it.
So SoundCloud for Android users, iTunes for Apple users. You can find us on the Purple Podcast app. You probably have in your extras somewhere. That is us. Go listen to it, rate, review, subscribe. You can also subscribe here and like it, and you know, comment below. You can say I have bad hair, Tom's hat's weird, or compliments.
I mean, I like compliments too, but you know, it's fine. Constructive criticism is nice.
I'm Rob Mass. That's Tom Sweezy. This has been the World Cup News, and as we say in the United States of America and also Canada, don't score on goals. Have a wonderful Sunday afternoon, and see you whenever you watch this. AJ, that was brilliant. Oh man. Okay. I'll shoot him a text. See the setup I got going on over here. Let's figure out how to turn my camera around. There it is. Okay, I got my case cover and the whole thing. Got my laptop. Got a trophy to hold it up. Okay, just gotta weave around this microphone thing. I got so many cords everywhere. Got microphone, cords, portable charger. Just a lot going on.
Yeah, that looks like a nice little setup, and a much bigger desk than mine.
It's my like shared office.
Yeah.
That I only get to use every so often. Just texted him. Yeah, but I do appreciate you making time for me today.
No problem, buddy. I can throw out that roster.
Did you print it out?
No, I just had a random piece of paper that I was writing on.
What, your lineups and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk to you about the pod real quick before I got you on. Whoa, that's dangerous. Okay. Got some cords. Okay, so are you down for Aiden coming on talking about promotion relegation?
Yeah. Do you want to do it during one of the World Cup qualifiers, like during international break weeks, like talk about a little, US men's national team, and then dive into, US soccer as a whole, pro rel and all that?
Yeah, like do a 20-minute thing, have 20-minute interview.
Or if we just want to have him on for the full episode and he can talk with us the full episode, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I would be down. I would like that, like a guest co-host.
Yeah, this. I'm cool with that too. If he wants to do a full 30 to 40 minutes with us, great. If he just wants to do 10, 15 minutes, then we can have him on for an interview. No big deal.
Yeah, I'll probably call him tonight and talk to him about it, and I'll text you what he says.
Yeah, if you want to, but yeah, whatever. And if you text him or whatever, if you want to throw me in a group chat with him, I'm cool with that. I don't care.
Okay, because he wants to come on and talk about promotion relegation because he's a little bit of a nicer voice than Ben Fast and Ted Westerfeld. And plus, those guys blocked me on Twitter, so...
I have I muted them because only Ben followed me. But I have no problem having him on as long as he's not a douche about it, pretty much.
No, he loves MLS. He just wants to make it a little bit better.
I'm all for pro rel as well. It's just I don't want to have a Ben Fast discussion on our podcast.
I just don't hate the league.
Yeah,
because of it.
Pretty much.
He likes the crew. He's from Columbus. He likes the crew.
Yeah, okay, so there's a new perspective, a Columbus crew. I like that.
Yeah. He loves Will Trapp, his favorite player in MLS. Which I really love Will Trapp and Ethan Finley.
They picked up a win yesterday.
They did.
DC United still hasn't scored a goal in 3 weeks. And they were my pick for MLS Cup, so.
Yep. And that's why I was like.
But my Western Conference pick dominating it, so that's all I care about.
Did Toronto win yesterday?
Yes, 2-0.
Okay, good.
Josie had a goal and an assist.
Good. I didn't see the score in Toronto game. I kept up with pretty much all the games yesterday except for that.
Yeah, I watched the Orlando-Philly game.
2-1.
Yeah, I thought Philly was going to come back on that.
Screw you. 6 points at 2 games. Undefeated.
And it would probably be 9 if you played the Revs.
Oh, yeah. the Revs blowing a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, FC Dallas is like, okay, we're gonna stop playing around. Let's actually play soccer.
It's actually beat the worst team in MLS.
And then Maxi Rudy went off. So
yeah, 2 goals.
Yeah. So working on a team of the week is rough because 3 forwards had braces, and then Josie Altidore had a goal and an assist. So it's like, who do I kick out?
Just put 4 up top.
I like to keep it. I like to keep it equal. I like going 4 defense, 4 mid, 2 up top.
I got you. Well, I'm down for, I guess you're going to do a 4-3-3 this week?
All right.
I don't know.